Hello, my friend. Sauropod. It's me, Dino, and tonight, I'm so glad you've returned to join me for another journey. Here, at Dinosaur Sleep Stories, the ancient world opens its arms not in thunder, not in fear, but in quiet whispers and gentle rhythms, each step carrying you closer to rest. Tonight, our path leads us to the gentle giants under the stars. We will wander side by side into a world where vast creatures once ruled the earth, yet not with rage or violence, but with calm patience, with the slow dignity of life measured in centuries, not days. These giants, enormous beyond imagination, are not here to frighten you. They are here to guide you, to walk beside you, to watch over your dreams as you drift into the safety of sleep. So settle in now. Make yourself comfortable. Feel the weight of your blanket pressing gently against your body, grounding you. Notice how your pillow cradles your head. Let the air around you grow still. Perhaps a faint breeze stirs the curtains, or the hum of a soft fan fills your room with steady rhythm. Let these small sounds remind you that you are safe, that you are cared for, that the world outside can wait until morning. Take a slow breath with me now. In and out. Again, deeper this time. In and out. With each breath, imagine the day falling away, the errands, the thoughts, the tasks, the worries. One by one, they drop from your shoulders like stones, dissolving into the ground beneath you. Each exhale leaves you lighter, calmer, quieter. Before us, a doorway begins to appear. Not carved of stone, not built of wood, but woven from time itself. On the other side lies a land untouched by human hands, a land bathed in starlight, where giant shadows move slowly across silver plains. Step with me through this doorway. There is no hurry. There is no need to rush. We will cross together, slowly, gently, carrying only peace with us. The air changes as we pass. Do you feel it? It is cooler here, rich with the scent of earth and fern. Above us, the sky expands, vast and unbroken, filled with stars so clear they shine like scattered diamonds. The moon hangs low, enormous, bathing the land in soft silver. Mist curls across the ground, drifting over tall grasses, glowing faintly where the starlight touches it. We stand at the edge of a wide valley. All is hushed, except for the quiet breath of the land itself. Then, a sound, low, resonant, rolling across the night. The call of a brachiosaurus. It is not harsh, not loud, but deep and steady, like the notes of a great cello. The sound vibrates through the ground, through the air, and finally through your chest, settling into your breath until you cannot tell where the call ends and your own rhythm begins. Ahead, enormous shapes move through the mist. At first, they are only silhouettes, vast forms rising above the trees, necks stretching toward the stars. Slowly they draw closer, and moonlight reveals their presence, a herd of brachiosaurus. Gentle giants, each step deliberate, each movement filled with patience. Their long necks sway as they graze, their tails sweeping slowly behind them. Pause here with me. Watch them. Notice how the ground shifts slightly with each step, not in violence, but in reassurance. The earth accepts their weight as naturally as it accepts the rivers, the mountains, the forests. These creatures do not hurry. They do not race. They exist at a pace that belongs only to them, a pace that invites you, too, to slow down, to let go, to breathe. The stars shimmer above their great bodies, outlining their forms in silver. You watch as one lowers its head, massive yet graceful, to pluck leaves from a tall tree. The sound is gentle, a rustle, a crunch, the sigh of branches. Another exhales, a long, deep breath that sends mist curling into the night air. Even their breathing feels like music, steady and grounding. Close your eyes for a moment, if you wish. Imagine yourself standing at their side, dwarfed by their height, yet utterly safe in their presence. You feel the warmth radiating from their bodies, the rhythm of their movements surrounding you. Their slowness, their calm, begins to seep into you, until your own heartbeat falls into step with theirs. The land stretches wide around us. Ferns sway in the breeze, fireflies drift like floating lanterns, and somewhere in the distance, water trickles softly, weaving its voice into the night. The herd continues to move, step by step, grazing, breathing, calling softly to one another. And you, standing here, are part of it all. Part of the valley, part of the sky, part of the rhythm of giants beneath the stars. Breathe again, slow and steady, in and out. With each breath, the weight of the day dissolves further. With each breath, the calm of this ancient land flows deeper into you. Tonight, you will not be hurried. Tonight, you will not be disturbed. Tonight, you walk among the gentle giants under the stars, and they will carry you into rest. Our journey begins here. The Valley of Giants. The path slopes gently downward, leading us from the rise into a wide, sheltered valley. The ground is soft beneath your feet, springy with moss and ancient grasses. Each step feels steady, cushioned, as though the earth itself wants to support you, to welcome you deeper into this timeless place. Before us, the valley stretches broad and open, carpeted in tall ferns that glow faintly in the moonlight. Cycads rise like sentinels, their thick trunks etched with patterns of age, their crowns spreading high above. Mist clings low to the ground, silver in the starlight, drifting slowly as if breathing with the land itself. And then, movement. Shadows shift through the mist. At first, they seem like mountains, dark and towering, yet as your eyes adjust, their forms reveal themselves. Enormous bodies, long necks sweeping across the sky, tails trailing behind like banners of earth and stone. The herd is here, the gentle giants of the valley. Brachiosaurus move slowly, their great shoulders rising like hills, their steps steady, unhurried. Each foot presses deep into the soil, the ground trembling faintly with their weight, yet never in violence, only in rhythm. Their long necks arc gracefully, reaching into the crowns of the tallest trees, pulling branches into their mouths with slow, deliberate ease. The sound is soft, leaves rustling, twigs snapping, the steady crunch of jaws moving at their own patient pace. Beside them, another herd stirs, apatosaurs, long-bodied, their tails sweeping wide across the ground, drawing quiet furrows through the ferns. They move together, step for step, their necks swinging gently as they graze. Their bodies gleam faintly in the moonlight, silver highlighting the curves of their massive forms. Each one is like a living bridge between earth and sky, enormous, yet calm, their presence soothing rather than intimidating. And farther still, even greater shadows emerge. Argentinosaurus, some of the largest creatures ever to walk the earth. Their sheer size defies belief, their bodies stretching longer than a line of houses, their necks rising high above the trees. Yet as they move, there is no chaos, only harmony. Their steps, though heavy, fall in rhythm with the land itself, blending into the valley's breath. You feel their presence more than you hear it, a deep vibration in the ground, a hum that passes into your bones, steady and grounding. Pause with me here. Watch as the herds mingle together, their different shapes blending into a single great rhythm. Brachiosaurus reaching high, apatosaurs swaying low, Argentinosaurus towering over all, yet none disturbing the peace. Each movement is deliberate, slow, as though the entire valley has agreed upon one gentle tempo. The sounds, too, merge into harmony. The crunch of leaves between vast jaws, the sigh of branches bending under gentle weight, the deep, low calls that rumble from their chests, not sharp, not alarming, but resonant, like the notes of ancient instruments. One Brachiosaurus exhales, a long breath that rolls across the valley like wind through a canyon. An Apatosaurus answers with a softer note, lower, more muted, until the air hums with layers of sound that settle into your body like a lullaby. The valley itself seems to lean in, to cradle these giants and you along with them. The mist drifts more slowly here, curling around their legs, softening their outlines, until they seem half real, half dream. Fireflies rise in glowing clouds, drifting between their massive forms, settling on ferns, glowing like scattered stars fallen to earth. The night sky above and the fireflies below mirror one another, as though the giants walk not only upon the land, but through the heavens themselves. Step carefully among them. You are small here, yet never in danger. Their great feet lift and fall with patient precision, leaving vast impressions in the soil. You walk between them, their shadows falling over you like walls, yet their presence is gentle, protective. The air around them is warmer, filled with the faint scent of leaves crushed and chewed, of Earth turned by their steps. One brachiosaurus lowers its head near you, its massive eye glinting in the moonlight. For a moment, the world holds still. That eye, vast and dark, meets your own. There is no fear there, no threat, only calm recognition, as if it sees you not as intruder, but as fellow traveler, sharing this night beneath the stars. Slowly, it exhales, a breath so deep and warm you can feel it against your skin, brushing your hair, wrapping you in its steady rhythm. Then, with quiet grace, it raises its head again and returns to its meal. Apatosaurs pass by, their tails swaying gently, their necks sweeping low to graze the ferns. Each movement is fluid, rhythmic, unhurried. The sound of their chewing is softer than the brachiosaurus, a steady crunch that blends with the rustle of the valley breeze. Argentinosaurus loom farther away, their steps echoing like the distant beat of drums. Yet even they, immense as mountains, move with patience. Each stride is careful, deliberate, as though they, too, understand that nothing here need be rushed. You find a place to rest near a fallen log, its surface thick with moss glowing faintly in the moonlight. Sit here for a moment. Lean back. Feel the earth beneath you, the ground humming faintly with the rhythm of giants moving nearby. Their sounds surround you, wrap around you, lull you. The valley is alive, yet at rest, its heartbeat steady, ancient, eternal. Close your eyes. Listen. The crunch of leaves, the sigh of wind, the low, resonant calls rolling across the night. Together, they weave into a single song, slow, steady, peaceful. A song meant not to stir, but to soothe. Here, in the Valley of Giants, you are safe. Safe beneath the starlight. Safe among creatures larger than mountains, yet gentler than rain. Safe within the arms of a world that moves only at the pace of rest. Breathe with them now, in and out, in and out. Let their rhythm become yours. Let the weight of the day dissolve. Let the valley hold you, cradle you, carry you deeper into calm. The night stretches on. The stars shimmer above. The gentle giants graze, breathe, and move around you, guardians of your sleep. And you, small yet cherished, are part of their endless peace. Under the infinite sky, the valley opens wide as you continue forward, and soon the land begins to lift again, carrying you gently upward. Step by step, the slope rises, the moss beneath your feet giving way to firmer ground, the mist thinning until the air is clearer, sharper, cooler. Ahead, the horizon glimmers faintly, silver light pooling at its edge. You climb slowly, unhurried, the sounds of the valley drifting behind you. The deep calls, the steady crunch of leaves, the rhythmic sway of tails moving through ferns. They fade like music heard from afar, still present, still grounding, but now joined by something larger, something infinite. At last you reach a high ridge, and the sky reveals itself in full. Pause here with me. Look up. Above you stretches the infinite sky of prehistory. A sea of stars, countless and bright, scattered across the heavens like sparks frozen in time. The Milky Way arches overhead, a glowing river of light, flowing endlessly from one horizon to the other. Each star burns sharper here than you have ever seen, untouched by city smoke or modern light. They shimmer with ancient clarity, as though you are the first to witness them. The moon hangs heavy, vast and luminous, casting silver across the plain below. Its light touches everything: the tips of trees, the curves of ferns, the mist rolling gently across the valley floor. Even the bodies of the giants shimmer faintly, their immense silhouettes outlined in silver. There, do you hear it? A faint rush of air, the flap of vast wings. Shadows sweep across the moon, and you see them, a flock of pterosaurs gliding silently through the night sky. Their wings stretch wide, sails of shadow that catch the currents of air, carrying them effortlessly. They circle once, twice, their cries rising faintly like distant flutes, then wheel away, vanishing into the stars as though they belong to them. The sight is both surreal and calming. Their movements are slow, unhurried, gliding more than flapping, trusting the wind to carry them. And in their trust, you too find reassurance. The reminder that rest is not forced, that sleep, like flight, comes when you surrender to the currents already carrying you. Beneath the stars, the plain stretches vast and endless. Herds move across it like shadows. Argentinosaurus, their necks rising above the mist, glides silently through the night. Brachiosaurus step carefully, their bodies silvered by moonlight. Apatosaurs sway in long lines, their tails dragging trails through the dew-soaked grass. They are enormous, each one larger than anything you have known, yet their presence does not overwhelm. It soothes. Their pace is steady, eternal, their movements part of the land's slow heartbeat. Listen closely. The air is filled with sound, but no sound disturbs. The low rumble of calls echoing across the plain. The whisper of wind moving through cycads and ferns. The soft chorus of insects hidden in the grass. And beneath it all, the deep, steady tremor of footsteps, giants pressing their weight into the soil, each step like the beat of a slow drum, a rhythm older than memory. You lie down upon the ridge for a moment, the ground cool beneath your back, the grass brushing gently against your skin. Look upward again. Stars upon stars, uncountable. Meteors streak from time to time, leaving brief trails of light across the vast canvas before fading into darkness. Each one is fleeting, yet its glow lingers in your vision, soft and comforting, a reminder that even brief sparks can leave lasting peace. Close your eyes if you wish. Feel the rhythm around you, the herds moving, the pterosaurs gliding, the stars burning above, the earth humming below. All of it merges into one steady presence, holding you, carrying you. The air shifts, cooler now as the night deepens. The mist swells again, drifting upward, wrapping around the giants like veils. Their silhouettes fade and return, half seen, half imagined, as though you are dreaming them into being. Their calls roll through the fog, low and resonant, blending with the whisper of the wind. A brachiosaurus steps close to the ridge, its long neck arching above you. Its vast body casts a shadow across your resting place, yet you feel no fear. Instead, you feel protected, cradled beneath its presence. It lowers its head slightly, breath rolling warm across the grass, then turns slowly, moving on with the herd. Even its passing feels like a blessing, a gesture of peace left in its wake. The stars seem brighter now, their light sharper, as though they, too, are leaning closer to watch. You breathe deeply, slowly, letting the cold air fill your chest, then release it, feeling the warmth of your body flow outward, blending into the rhythm of the land. In this place, under this sky, time ceases to matter. Minutes, hours, eons, they blur into the same steady stillness. The giants move, the stars burn, the earth hums, and you, small and quiet, are part of it all, folded gently into the fabric of night. Here, under the infinite sky, you are safe. Safe with the giants grazing below, safe with the stars burning above, safe in the embrace of a world that has waited eons to cradle you. Let your breath slow to match the rhythm of the land. In and out, in and out. The night stretches on, endless, timeless, eternal, and you drift deeper into its calm, carried by the gentle giants under the stars. The forest of ancient shadows. The ridge descends gently, and soon the wide expanse of stars gives way to the embrace of towering trees. You step slowly into the forest, where the air grows stiller, cooler, rich with the scents of resin, moss, and damp leaves. The ground softens beneath your feet again, cushioned by layers of needles and fallen fronds, each step pressing quietly, leaving behind only the faintest trace. Above, the canopy spreads thick and high, cycads and conifers stretching toward the heavens, their crowns overlapping into a living ceiling. Shafts of moonlight slip between the gaps, falling in long silver columns that sway as branches shift. Dust motes and faint mist drift within those beams, glowing like particles of starlight brought down to earth. Pause here for a moment. Listen. The forest hums with a quiet rhythm all its own. Water drips steadily from high leaves, falling into unseen pools below. The faint chirp of insects echoes between trunks. The soft shuffle of small creatures, Compsognathus, quick and curious, rustles the underbrush as they pass by. Yet all of it is subtle, hushed, as though the forest itself respects the stillness of the night. Step deeper. The trunks close in, thick and ancient, their bark rough with age, their roots twisting across the forest floor. Glowworms cling to the sides of fallen logs, their tiny bodies glowing faintly, scattered like stars across the earth. Bioluminescent fungi bloom where moisture lingers, casting a pale, steady glow across patches of moss. Their light bends the shadows, softens the darkness, making the forest feel alive in more ways than one. And then, a tremor. The earth beneath your feet shudders faintly. A sound follows, low and resonant, rolling like distant thunder through the ground. Slowly, shadows stir between the trees. At first, they seem like trunks themselves, unmoving, massive. But then one sways, one steps, and you see them, the gentle giants, moving slowly through the ancient forest. Apatosaurs pass between the cycads, their necks sweeping low to pluck at ferns. Their tails drag long lines across the ground, shifting fallen leaves. Each step presses deep into the soil, the sound muted by layers of moss. Yet the vibration still reaches you, steady and grounding. Their bodies catch slivers of moonlight, silver highlighting their broad backs, their silhouettes immense against the dark canopy. Further ahead, a brachiosaurus steps between the trees. Its long neck arches above the canopy, its head briefly brushing the stars before lowering again to feed. The trees, tall as they are, bow beneath its reach, their branches swaying softly as it pulls leaves into its mouth. The sound is steady, gentle, leaves tearing, jaws grinding in patient rhythm. Pause again. Watch them. Notice how carefully they move, even here among the trees. Their great feet fall with deliberate precision, avoiding trunks, pressing into earth, but never shattering the harmony around them. They are vast, but they do not dominate. They belong, as much as the ferns, the glowworms, the fungi. They are part of the forest's heartbeat. Another call rises, low, resonant, deep enough to vibrate in your chest. It is answered by another, softer, from farther away. The air carries the sound between trunks, weaving it into the hush of the forest. It feels less like communication, more like music, notes in a song without beginning or end. Fireflies drift through the glade ahead, their glow weaving into the moonlight, hovering between the giants. The scene is surreal, dreamlike, as if painted upon the night. The Apatosaurus sway as they graze, the Brachiosaurus lifts its neck again, the light shifts around them. It is a dance of shadows and silver, patient, eternal, calming. Step quietly now. Walk between them. You are small, yet safe. Their movements are so slow, so precise, that you pass beneath their tails, beside their massive legs, without fear. Their bodies radiate warmth into the cool forest air, a steady presence that wraps around you like a blanket. You feel it in your skin, in your breath, in your heartbeat. A young Apatosaurus passes near, smaller than the rest, but still towering above you. Its steps are cautious, uncertain, yet calm. It pauses, tilts its head as if to regard you, then moves on, brushing against the ferns, its tail swaying gently behind. Its presence brings a smile to your lips, a reminder that even the mightiest of creatures begin small, learning slowly, moving gently into their place in the rhythm of the world. The forest deepens, shadows folding closer, yet always softened by light, from the moon above, from the fungi below, from the fireflies drifting endlessly. The giants continue their slow procession, their forms shifting in and out of sight between trunks. Sometimes you see only a curve of tail, sometimes only the arch of a neck disappearing into canopy. Yet always you hear them, always you feel them. Their presence never leaves you. Lie down here for a while. The moss is thick, the ground soft and cool. Look upward. Through a gap in the canopy, the stars burn still, distant and eternal. The giants move around you, their calls rolling softly through the trees, their steps pressing into the ground like slow drums. The forest itself seems to lean close, wrapping you in its hush. Close your eyes if you wish. Breathe with them, in and out, in and out. Their rhythm becomes yours. Their calm becomes yours. The forest's silence seeps into you, layer upon layer, until even your thoughts grow hushed, softened into shadows. Here, in the forest of ancient shadows, you are safe. Safe beneath the canopy. Safe among giants moving patiently through the night. Safe within a world that has waited eons to cradle you into rest. The silent plains at midnight. The forest begins to thin. Trunks stand farther apart, moonlight piercing more freely through the canopy, silver light spilling across moss and roots. You follow the sound of wind, softer now, sweeping open spaces ahead. Step by step, the trees give way, and suddenly the land unfolds before you once again. The plains stretch wide, endless and silver beneath the midnight sky. Mist blankets the ground, low and drifting, glowing faintly where starlight touches it. From here, the world looks like an ocean of clouds, its surface rippling in the breeze, its edges vanishing into horizon and sky. Breathe in deeply. The air is cool, fresh, carrying the faint scent of wet grass and flowering plants hidden among the ferns. Exhale slowly. Each breath feels as though it expands into the plain itself, your chest rising and falling in rhythm with the land. All is hushed. The forest behind you fades into silence, leaving only the sound of the plain's breath, wind sweeping the grass, insects humming faintly in the mist, the occasional ripple of water from hidden streams. And beneath it all, subtle yet steady, the tremor of footsteps, giants moving slowly through the fog. Shapes stir in the distance. At first, they appear as shadows upon shadows, faint against the mist. Then the moonlight bends, revealing them, herds scattered across the plain. Dinosaurs, their colossal necks rising high, swaying gently as they move. Brachiosaurus silhouetted against the horizon, their immense forms painted silver. Apatosaurs grazing closer by, tails dragging softly through the dew. They move slowly, without urgency, their pace unbroken, eternal. The plain accepts them, cradles them. Their silhouettes vanish into fog, then reappear, vast and calm, like islands rising and sinking from a silver sea. Pause here. Watch them. Notice how even the largest among them, heavier than houses, taller than towers, move with quiet restraint. Their weight presses into the soil, yet the ground does not protest. It yields, it embraces, it carries. Listen, the sounds of the plain are soft, almost imperceptible. The low rumble of a distant call, carrying like thunder across mist. The swish of tails brushing through grass. The sigh of wind moving between massive bodies. And every so often, the deep, steady exhale of a giant at rest. Warm mist curling into the cold air, vanishing into stars. You move deeper into the plain. Mist curls around your legs, cool and damp, brushing gently against your skin. Grass bends under your steps, springing softly back. Ahead, the herds graze and settle. Some continue to walk slowly, heads lowered to the grass. Others lie down upon the earth, folding their immense legs beneath them, sinking into stillness. Look closely. A brachiosaurus lowers itself to the ground, the motion graceful despite its size. Its neck curves downward, head resting near the grass. Its body settles, trembling the ground softly, then stills. Another follows, and another, until a cluster of them lie like dark hills across the plain, their breaths rising and falling in steady rhythm. Further along, apatosaurs rest close together, their tails coiled gently, their necks curved against one another. They breathe as one, chests lifting and falling in perfect unison. The sound is deep, resonant, like a chorus of drums struck slowly, far apart, yet always in harmony. Even the Dinosaurs, immense as mountains, pause to rest. They stand half-shrouded in mist, some lying, some remaining tall, their silhouettes blurred by fog. When they breathe, the mist around them swells and disperses, as though the air itself bends to their rhythm. Pause. Listen again. Do you hear it? The plain itself is breathing now. The wind, the mist, the insects, the giants, all rising, all falling together. Each exhale soft, each inhale slow. It is not a sound, but a presence, a rhythm you feel in your bones, in your chest, in your breath. Lie down upon the grass. It is cool, damp with dew, but soft beneath you. The earth cradles you, steady and unmoving. Above, the sky burns with stars, sharper here than before. Meteors streak again, brief trails of fire across the black canvas. 1, 2, 3, each vanishing quickly, yet leaving behind a sense of wonder, a memory of light. Close your eyes. Let the rhythm of the plain seep into you. In and out, Your breath matches theirs. Your chest rises with the brachiosaurus, falls with the apatosaurus, pauses with the argentinosaurus. Even the insects hum in time, weaving their song into the same eternal measure. Time drifts. Minutes, hours, eons, they blur into one. The giants lie still, yet alive, their presence vast and calming. The mist curls endlessly, drifting in and out of silver light. The stars burn, the moon shines, the earth holds. And you, small, safe, quiet, are part of it all, folded into the plane's embrace, guarded by giants who breathe the night into eternity. Here, in the silent plains at midnight, you are safe. Safe beneath the stars. Safe among guardians older than memory. Safe in a rhythm that will carry you deeper, softer, further into rest. The sleeping mountain, beyond the wide plains, where the mist thins and the land begins to rise, a new presence looms against the horizon. It rises so gradually at first that you barely notice the incline beneath your feet, the ground firming, the grass giving way to stone. Step by step, the slope becomes clearer until the earth before you curves upward into shadow, vast, immense, steady. The mountain stands waiting. A volcano, ancient and silent, its slopes broad and dark, its peak hidden by drifting clouds that glow faintly in the moonlight. It does not roar, it does not burn. It sleeps. Its silence is deep, its patience eternal, as though the earth itself is holding its breath, resting after ages of fire. The air grows warmer as you climb, though never uncomfortably so. Thin wisps of steam curl from cracks in the rock, glowing faintly silver under the stars. They rise slowly, spiraling upward, vanishing into the night. The scent is mineral, sharp yet grounding, carrying the memory of stone and fire. Pause here. Press your palm against the rock. Feel the warmth seeping through, steady and calm, like the lingering heat of embers long banked. It is not harsh. It comforts. It spreads through your hand, up your arm, into your chest, a reminder that even within stillness, life endures. As you ascend, the sounds of the plain fade, replaced by a quieter rhythm. The whisper of wind brushing over stone, the hiss of steam sighing from fissures, the distant call of giants below, softened by distance, folded into silence. And then, another sound, low, resonant, carried through the earth. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, heavier even than before. Look there, along the slope. Giants walk here, too. Apatosaurs climb steadily, their tails sweeping behind, their necks swinging gently as they move upward. Each step presses deep into the stone, echoing like a drumbeat. Yet they do not strain. They move with patience, their immense bodies perfectly in rhythm with the mountain's stillness. Further ahead, a brachiosaurus stands upon a ledge, its silhouette immense against the moonlit sky. Its long neck reaches above the drifting mist, its head brushing stars. It exhales a deep sigh that mingles with the steam rising from cracks nearby, the two blending into a single breath. Mountain and giant, both alive, both resting. And beyond them, even greater shapes stir. Argentinosaurus, immense even here, their forms rivaling the slope itself. Their movements are slow, deliberate, blending with the mountain's patience. When they step, the stone vibrates faintly, not with violence, but with resonance, as though the mountain acknowledges them, accepts them, holds them as part of itself. Pause here. Listen. The mountain hums beneath you, low and steady, too deep to hear, but felt in your bones. It is the earth's heartbeat, the echo of fire long cooled, the rhythm of silence. The giants walk within it, their steps joining that hum, their breaths rising like steam, their calls rolling like distant thunder softened by time. The path leads to a plateau halfway up the slope. Here, the ground levels into a broad, flat expanse, scattered with stones warm from the mountain's core. Steam rises in thin veils, drifting slowly into the air. The view spreads wide, the plains glowing silver beneath the stars, forests dark and endless, rivers glimmering like ribbons of light. And above, the infinite sky, stars sharper now, their glow untouched. Lie down upon the stone. It is warm, cradling, steady beneath you. The air smells faintly of ash, of earth, of life lingering beneath the surface. Around you, The giants continue their slow passage. An apatosaurus pauses to rest, its vast body lowering carefully onto the plateau, its chest expanding and falling in deep rhythm. A brachiosaurus steps nearby, its shadow immense, yet its movement quiet, protective. An argentinosaurus passes farther along, its tail sweeping behind like the hand of a clock moving slowly through eternity. Close your eyes. Feel the warmth of the stone seep into your skin. Feel the hum of the mountain echo in your chest. Hear the breaths of the giants, steady, patient, timeless. Together, they create a lullaby, the hiss of steam, the sigh of wind, the slow thunder of footsteps, the deep, steady exhale of giants at rest, all merging into one song, one rhythm, one endless silence. Here, upon the sleeping mountain, you are safe. Safe beneath the stars. Safe among giants who guard you without words. Safe within the arms of the earth itself, resting, waiting, eternal. Breathe now, slow and deep. In and out. Let the mountain's hum carry you deeper. Let the giant's rhythm guide your breath. Let the silence fold around you, soft as ash, warm as stone, steady as time. The night deepens. The stars burn. The mountain sleeps. And you drift further into rest, carried by the heartbeat of the earth itself. Dawn among the gentle giants. The night, long and deep, begins to soften. High above, the stars that once blazed in sharp brilliance now dim, one by one, retreating into the pale edge of the horizon. The moon, vast and silver, lowers quietly, its glow thinning as the first touch of dawn brushes the sky. Shadows stretch, shift, and yield to a new light. You lie upon the warm plateau of the mountain, the stone beneath you still radiating gentle heat. The silence hums softly, patient and eternal. Around you, the giants remain. Some stand, their immense bodies half lost in drifting mist. Others rest, still as hills, their chests rising and falling in rhythm with the earth. All breathe in time with one another, their great lungs drawing in the last cool breaths of night, releasing them into the sky like offerings of calm. The horizon brightens. First a pale blue, soft and faint. Then streaks of lavender, delicate, woven across the heavens. Then, slowly, the blush of gold. The mist on the plains below glows, turning from silver to pale amber, curling upward in waves like a golden sea. Rivers catch the light, igniting into ribbons of fire. Forest crowns shimmer, their edges touched with warmth. Pause here. Watch closely. The gentle giants stir. A brachiosaurus lifts its head, higher and higher, until it brushes the first beams of dawn. The light glints off its skin, painting it in shades of bronze and gold. It exhales a deep, low breath, sending a plume of mist into the morning air. The sound is resonant, steady, as though the creature itself greets the sun. Nearby, apatosaurs shift. Slowly, carefully, they rise from their resting places, their tails unfurling, their long necks swaying like pendulums of time. They move together, in rhythm, as if answering the call of light. Their silhouettes cut through the mist, vast yet graceful, their steps pressing quietly into dew-soaked ground. Farther along the slope, Argentinosaurus stand tall, their immense forms towering over the awakening land. Golden light drapes across their backs, their necks gleaming, their tails trailing like beams of sunlight. They move as mountains in motion, their strides deliberate, their presence eternal. Yet their movement is calm, patient, unhurried, a continuation of the night's rhythm, carried gently into the day. Above, the sky blooms. Pinks and oranges deepen, spreading outward from the horizon. The sun itself rises slowly, a golden curve emerging from behind distant hills. Its light spills across the land, flooding the plains, touching the forests, climbing the slopes of the mountain, until the world glows. The giants answer. Their calls rise one by one, rolling across the land like a chorus. Deep, resonant, layered. Not loud, not jarring, but steady, harmonious. A brachiosaurus bellows low, the sound carrying far. An apatosaurus responds, softer, muted. An argentinosaurus follows, its call vast and echoing. Together they form a song of dawn, ancient, eternal, welcoming. You breathe in, slow and deep. The air is different now, still cool, but tinged with warmth. carrying the scent of wet earth, fresh grass, new blossoms. It fills your lungs, steadies your chest, grounds you. Exhale slowly. Feel the warmth spread through you, as though the sun itself has entered your body, calming every muscle, every thought. The giants move down the slopes, their herds stretching into the plains. They walk through golden mist, their bodies half seen, half glowing, like spirits of earth and sky. Their steps are steady, unbroken, eternal. Each one echoes softly, like a drumbeat carrying into the day. Lie back once more. Close your eyes if you wish. The stone is warm, the air fresh, the rhythm steady. Around you, the giants continue their slow procession, guardians of a world both ancient and safe. The sun climbs higher, the sky deepens, the land glows. And you, small, quiet, safe, drift deeper, not into waking, but into sleep. Though the world is rising, you are sinking. Though the giants move, you are still. Though the sun climbs, your thoughts fall gently, softly, into dreams. Here, among the gentle giants at dawn, you are safe. Safe in their rhythm. Safe in the earth's embrace. Safe in the light of a new day that does not demand, that does not hurry, that only holds you. Breathe with me one last time. In and out. In and out. Let go of everything else. Let the giants watch over you. Let the land cradle you. Let the sky shelter you. Sleep now. Sleep deeply. Sleep peacefully. Until your own dawn comes, in its own time, in its own rhythm.